Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the British Society of Parasitology Autumn Symposium. My name's Russ Stothard. I'm organising the meeting with Bonnie Webster, who you've seen outside. Very warm welcome to the Linnaean Society. For those who have never been, this is it's the oldest biological society in the UK and has a very illustrious history. You'll see some very nice portraits, but I just want to draw attention to the fact that many years ago, the debate of, the first papers read by Wallace and Darwin were actually at a meeting of the Linnaeans. So there's 160 years worth of biological history, which the Linnaean is very proud of. And I think I want to start reminding us all that all organisms are involved in parasitism. Now, this is either as parasites themselves or either as hosts. And also, parasitism is a metaphor for other relationships that go on, not only in the biological world, but of course in our own world, our socio-development and interactions between different countries and so forth. So we've really got an excellent lineup of speakers. We've got 12 talks, we've got 16 posters. I'm delighted to say that many colleagues have voyaged long and far, not only from Australia, but Europe, USA, as well as Africa. And this is partly to pay respect and homage to our dear friend Professor David Rollinson, who's going to be awarded a medal, and there might be the opportunities for a few anecdotes, humorous as well as formal, to celebrate that medal. So we have to also say thanks to our sponsors, which are the Linnaean Society itself for giving us access to the rooms, Cambridge University Press, because we'll have a special issue in parasitology which comes out from this meeting. Royal Society of Tropical Medicine have actually sponsored Professor Santiago Mascoma as part of the International Federation for Tropical Medicine to award the medal, but also to sponsor this meeting. I'm grateful to the London Centre of Neglected Diseases as well as the LSTM. So as you see from the word cloud, parasitology means many things to different people. It can be molecular, it can be cellular biology, it can be population ecology, it can be health systems, it can be health policies and public health. So we're going to explore a lot of those different concepts in three themes. The first theme is the ever-changing world. Unfortunately, we live in a global environment which is changing very rapidly and sometimes very difficult to predict how things are going to move forward in the next decade, yet alone to the 2030 perspective of the Sustainable Development Goals. Also, we then look at the topics and themes in parasitological research which can focus from genomics all the way through to mathematical modeling. And then in the final talk, we have to remember that parasites are really quite adaptive things. They can evolve quite quickly, so they're able to have strategies against our interventions as well as the adaptations to this changing environment. So it's a really dynamic system. And there we have the medal which will be awarded to David. The medal ceremony will take place after Professor Anderson's talk, and it's just to say that the citation will be read by Professor Santiago Mascoma with a few personal anecdotes by Professor Vaughan Southgate, who's been David's long-term friend and collaborator for many years. So I think I learn a lot from parasites. Most of all, it reminds me that parasites themselves are already multidisciplinary, and I like to highlight the life cycle on the right-hand side of the Schistocephalus, a nice little cestode which happily goes into birds as well as stickleback as well as copepods. It's able to navigate the aquatic environment equally as the terrestrial, but also the airborne environment. So that is a really multidisciplinary parasite.